authentic leadership transcends age and appearance. It's a subtle but a balanced interweaving of hard and soft power traits meshed with technical skills flexible enough to meet the demands of an inclusive future. Hi everyone, my name is Ira. I currently work in a school in India, an IB Continuum school in India, and I'm the head of primary school and director of research and learning. I'm going to share something really personal, and I'm so glad I got this opportunity to actually reflect on this and write it down. So thank you, PTC, for giving me this opportunity. What does a leader look like? 7 years ago, I found myself at the crossroad in my career when I was offered the role of a teacher leader. Despite having over a decade of experience in the classroom and the right kind of qualifications and a lot of excitement, the transition wasn't as smooth as I had hoped for. In the community and the country that I worked, there was a fixed notion about what a senior leader in an educational institute should look like. This cultural expectation made my journey really challenging. Teachers didn't want me to tell them what to do, and they were pretty fine listening to the same feedback from someone more senior in age. Parents would come to see the IB program coordinator, and then they would come to me and ask, where is Miss Ira's office? Later on, they would come to see the head of the primary school and cross me in the hallway looking for Miss Ira's office, not realizing it's me that they were looking for. This situation actually led me to question myself and my identity as a leader. So there was a time that I began to alter my appearance, wear more formal clothes, wear specs to maybe look wiser, maybe not laugh and smile comfortably around the school campus. But deep down, I kept asking myself, what does a leader look like? What is that person that they are hoping to see? I won't deny that my international colleagues and coaches really embraced me for who I was, and none of these really mattered to them. I even felt safe with them at times. Not too long ago, I traveled to an Asian country for a workshop at an international school. The first day was nothing short of horrific. Despite tapping into the prior knowledge of the participants, feeling very confident about what I was going to facilitate, knowing I've done it before, there was this tangible sense of suspense and uneasiness in the room, and I just couldn't figure out the underlying tension. The day went on. I did my best. The second morning, I met the head of the school over a cold cup of coffee. And we had this wonderful chat. She was amazing. And somewhere in the conversation, she casually said, I know, right? We were all first taken aback by how young you were. Culturally, when your email said head of the school, we were expecting someone a little more elder to walk into the room. But thank you, Ira. This has been great so far. I'm still in touch with that school and the teachers, and they keep sharing about all the amazing PYP practices they are doing in the classrooms. You know, what she said made me realize that the initial unease wasn't really about my competence, but a cultural expectation of what a head of the school would generally look like. Once the community knew me and saw my passion and expertise in the field, those barriers began to dissolve, and I didn't really need to fit into a preconceived mold of a leader. I just had to be myself, and I'm so glad that I was. These experiences taught me and are still teaching me a very valuable lesson. Authentic leadership transcends age and appearance. It's about a growth mindset, connection, confidence, and really the ability to inspire your colleagues and everyone around you. In 2018, there was a survey for more than 5,000 workers to examine how they felt leadership styles should evolve to meet the needs of today's workforce. 72% of the employees wanted a redefinition of leadership to be more human. Much has been made about dressing for the job you want and not dressing for the job you have. But if tech CEOs in their hoodies and visionaries like Steve Jobs, his black turtle necks, have taught us anything about leadership, it's that it's not always what it appears to be. True leadership requires no costume. Wear the power suit if it suits you. But please don't if it's just a prop to make up for a gap in skills or acquiring some authority. Gradually, the perceptions of my colleagues and my parents and students are changing. Or perhaps it's because I am also a little elder now. They're starting to see me for who I am, a dedicated and inclusive leader who's come from a different part of life. One evening, after a very successful high school event in school when I was attending, a parent approached me and said, I must admit, I didn't even realize you were a part of the leadership team and a head of primary school, but I see you now, and I hope my daughter grows up to become like you. I felt such a strong sense of responsibility. I want to ask you, who's listening to me, if you're the youngest in the room and in a leadership role, I see you. And if there is a youngest in the room and you are the leader, please see them. Therefore, my pearl for today is, please remember, whoever you are, wherever you are, authentic leadership transcends age and appearance. It's a subtle but a balanced interweaving of hard and soft power traits meshed with technical skills, flexible enough to meet the demands of an inclusive future. Thank you.